There's nothing in my life like Agroforest that I had understand so well. I went to the college, I went to the university, I didn't understand nothing that people are saying there. All those subjects, all those talking, what the fuck, this doesn't make some sense. This make a lot of sense for me. So now, eita. Now, get that
Oh,
price.
beautiful.
Get the bigger part.
Oh, that's creamy. That's very creamy.
More creamy than piña.
Wow.
We're not saying that we got to save the nature so that nature can be comfortable. We are the nature. We are specializing to create deserts. Monocultures that we see, that is making desert. Especializando-se em criar desertos. That's a shame. That's a very shame for us. And not so shame, but very dumb. If me and Byron was out there, we would be hot, we would be thirst. But here where we are in a place that is, how you say, more comfortable. Not only for the plants, for us too. We're not saying that we got to save the nature so that nature can be comfortable. We are the nature. We are part of nature. We have to be comfortable too. Né? We could reforest the planet in 15 years if we wanted. So when I started to work here, it was like that, only grass. It have nothing, only grass. I have the photos, I will show you. We, me and Byron, we look at the forest as a great mother, our house, the best place in earth so that we can be, because it's where we get our food, our medicines. It's on the forest, so it's the best place we can got. The grass doesn't match the forest. The grass, she is from the beginning of the forest. If I don't take out the grass, it's like the grass hold the system and doesn't let he go to the next level, you know? Here is the classical, I planted the Eucalyptus Orograndes, he grow fast. So this eucalyptus is raising, he is other tree, this is Angico. 2-3 years from now, when this tree begins to occupy the place that this one is, I will gonna take him out because he is already accomplishing his mission.
And he's already provided material because I can see you've done some pruning cuts already on this one.
Every year I prune them. I don't prune when they are thin. When they have structured so that I can put a stair the word, so that I can climb there, I prune. But when they are too thin, I let they grow. And I also trying to let some of them go away and not prune, because I love to see big trees, how they help the small trees, and give me a bad sensation when we have all the trees pruned in the same, because we got like a wall, and that don't give me pleasure, you know. I like my systems to be like forest, like João from Sítio Semente. He's my professor. From many years he only planted trees in the tree line. That was the tree line, and that was the tree line, and here in the middle, no tree. Me, no. I always talked to him and man, you got to put tree in every line. Every line got to have tree. Trees are the mothers of the earth, you know. So this is my forest food, my little garden of my plants. I started in 2014, and I started with cassavas and corn and beans and pumpkins, the gengibre, não sei como fala. We now are with 9 years here in this place. Here I have coffee since 2017 I was already getting the coffee from the area. I also have bananas producing, a little plants of lemon, and the roots that I grow. Cúrcuma, açafrão, gengibre, o inhame, and we have another plant que é taioba. It's a plant that you eat the leaf. And there are several other plants that we here in Brazil denominate as punks. Plantas alimentícias não convencionais. Those plants that are not conventional in the food of the people. But in the past they were conventional, they were traditional. Here is a pupunha, que também tem um palmito. This is Amazonian plant, but I grow it here in the Cerrado, and it produces well.
What does Cerrado mean?
It's the bioma, the region. It's the region, the bioma is the climate and the type of vegetation and the ambient.
And so what describes Cerrado is...
Cerrado em espanhol é fechado, closed. Forest, closed, that you cannot enter so easily. Today, that forest, no more seen. It's very open. The forest no more closed. Even people in Brazil that believe that Cerrado is a small forest. But we're gonna take a walk to the native forest here in my home that I didn't plant it. And you're gonna see the how do you say, the measure, the tall, the higher of the trees and the vegetation that is there. So this is my little forest food. I don't have water here unless the rainwater. I don't irrigate. And here in Brazil, in this region of Cerrado, we stay 6 months without raining. So my plants in this moment are in a stress need of water. The plants in the system are more healthy. In the border, they always feel more dry, and the wind, the sun gets more in the border. In plantations of coffee, always in the border, the coffees don't go all right. That's a sign that coffee likes to be in the system, taken care, safety. I was talking to Byron that today I have a large area that I have to every year abandon some part. I have to choose small parts to work. And how do you choose that, Gabriel? I choose always from the place where I get more food. The place that is producing more food and where I get more food to get and to harvest is the place that I'm gonna take more care. The places where I not get so many productions, I'm gonna let them waiting. So when I have the ability, I'm gonna improve them. I got here at night and there it was flame from all day, things burned, everything burned. Fire passed through the forest, fire passed to my house, it got all the property. 2010 we have a restart of the whole property.
A fire of that same size would be able to...
I believe it passes because of the dry season. Because even my forests are dry, the material organics in the soil all dry, lots of material organics, woods dry in the soil. So if he comes, he will get. But every year when he comes, we put our superhero clothes, grab our superhero tools, and we go there and we fight the fire. My neighbors don't fight the fire. I got to get out of my house, go to their house, fight the fire in their house, so that it doesn't come to mine. And sometimes I ask them, man, I was there fighting the fire, why didn't you help me? And they like, no dude, we don't fight fire. Let it burn, For us it's cleaning, it's good. We don't fight fire. That's crazy thing. But I go and I do. If I see he coming, I got to go there and put him out. It's my house, I can't allow my house to get fire.
Yeah.
That's not a possible thing for me, not an option. If Byron can, in the editation, you put we climbing the tree and doing the ant work. We imitate the ants. We do what they do. We go and we prune so that he can regenerate himself and have more healthy. Agroforestry is trying to do in our agriculture systems what happens in our natural system. We are going to try to imitate what the natural systems do, in our human systems that we are putting on so we can plant food. If you plant banana and citrus, banana here in Brazil grows much more faster than the citrus, than the lemon. If you plant banana and lemon much near, the banana, she has a personality, extroverted, you know what that is? More comfortable personality, so she takes the place. Cha! And the citrus, he's more shy, he grows more slowly. So the banana don't let the citrus grow, oppress him. So we have to take care to take out the plant when we don't need her anymore. So if I plant citrus with banana, the first, second year I got to get my banana and talk to her and say, oh, calm down, stay in your place. I used to joke that we are like teachers in the classroom. We got to organize our people, you know? That student that very trouble, you got to put him more next to you. That study that's too much tall, you got to put that place that he doesn't disturb the ones that are smaller, that are behind him. I don't know if I could say what I said. A lot of people has farming properties only for entertainment. He lives here in the place, but it's not something that he wants to have work with. We live in a modern time where people sees work as slavery, as people see work as a not noble thing. Why does no one want to be an agriculture? Our agricultors are poor and are hungry, and their children are getting away from the farms because the life is in the city. The modern life is in the city. It's a shame that here in Brazil that we have lots of density of population and we have the most diversity of food. It's a shame that people are getting out of the nature and the farms because everyone wants to live in the city. That is more noble and more dignifying living in the city, like it was primitive living in the nature, you know. We are a civilization that push forests away. We are always pushing the forest away. And in our language is Afastar Floresta. Afastar is keep away. You are always keeping away the forest. And we got to get a culture of bringing in the forest. Most of our cities destroy the forest around and begin to be an unhealthy city. And all the civilizations, the Babylons, the Mayas, the Incas, the Greeks, Egyptians, collapsed. Falta de recursos naturais. They ended the natural resources. No water, no food, no wood for making energy. So they, and we are about one step to make that happen again. Modern society look at it and says, oh, the forest is wild and the forest is no civilization in there, there is war and the animals will try to eat you. And what the hell, man, that is a lie, you know, that's not true. We push away forests and we push away forest cultures. Oh, that's forest cultures, they are primitives. The noble is living in the city and wearing clothes of marks and how do you say things from American way of life. That's a thing that for us it's forced. We are forced to accept that. But we are seeing that what they tell us, it's not what is real. So the people tell me in the city and in the school and the university that I went, that the good and the noble and the dignifying things are in the city. But I myself, looking, reflecting, dialoguing with myself, lots of times I think, oh, I don't know if that's such a noble thing of doing, you know? Like that in many aspects of the life. Like being a father, I'm a father of 4 children. A lot of friends of mine look at me and says, oh, Gabriel, what the hell, man? What do you want with those kids and putting all those kids in the planet? And you won't have time to work, and all your money now is for that kids, you know. Don't you think right, you know? But for me, that's the more noble thing and dignifying I ever done, you know, raising my children, my family, with my work, my house, my forest. And I every year put more, put more. Even getting one plant by meter, I know that much more I put, more healthy they get. Much more I put, more healthy I have. And if they don't get to be a successful individual like this is Avocado. This one, he's begging to get out. He's like, oh man, no function for me here. Now I'm gonna leave it because what? Let's see the situation. Look at here. Here I have the coffee plant that already took the place. But the avocado, he died. And some people looked at that and, oh, they are fighting. The coffee, he knocked out the avocado, dude. The coffee is bad. He's killed the avocado. No, 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 no. The avocado saw that he had no function here. He saw that there is one person here, there is one colleague, one brother that is better than him to fulfill the work, this function. So he humbly, my brother, I will let to you because you are more able than me. And right now I'm going to se retirar. He's gonna leave the place so that he can give more chance to this one that was the successful. He doesn't do that with sentiment of revenge or sentiment of war, nothing like that. Because if this coffee is here, he helped him get here. So he is also as much responsible as the coffee so that he's there. He helped the coffee to be there. And somehow he knows that he no needed him anymore and he's gonna leave. You know, with no war, no competition, no fight, no, how do you say, no thief, no, how do you say, sem saquear, sem roubar, sem tomar, sem, entende? It's no Coca-Cola that when gets, quando a planta vê que ela não precisa cumprir mais uma função, ela se retira humildemente, sabe? Às vezes eu costumo falar para as pessoas, quão bom seria se o nosso sistema humano não fosse assim. Aqueles que fossem realmente os que estão ocupando os cargos que precisam de cumprir aquela função fossem aqueles escolhidos pelos outros, verdadeiramente. Porque a forma mais inteligente é eles se escolherem, não a gente, né? When one avocado of this gets successful and he get the opportunity of being a handsome avocado and a healthy one, he got there helped by all the system. All other plants helped him. So in agroforestry we used to say that our work is systemic, never individually, systemic. We always have to look to the system, to the organism, to the whole part of it. I never can go here and look only to the avocado. Never I'm gonna get here and give attention only to the coffee. No, it's the forest, it's the system, it's the organism, you know? So that is why pruning techniques got to be synchronism. You know, I don't get here only to prune the avocado. If you see it, take a look, everyone was pruned in the same day. So the grow hormone, he gets in everyone and spreading that thing around, and it's very, very beautiful. It is a miracle of life. Let's go. Some people might look at that and say, oh, stupid Gabriel, he's a little poor dude and he has nothing. And the little things he has, he gives to the other people. Because our society modern think the good is holding it to yourself. They teach us when we got to school, they say, you are in school, here's a competition. Focus on your tasks so that you can be the better and you know talk to others and know help others, because if you help someone, he will get your spot, he will get your place. But here in the real life, no war here, man, everyone here helping everyone, you know. But also I live in modern society, I sell my products and I'm not gonna do to them the same way I do to Byron and to the people that work with me, that I am giving some things we gotta know how to charge, because I depends on that to live in, because otherwise we can pass a false image of my life. Oh, Gabriel, he's so good, he gives everything to everybody. No, man, calm down. First my family, my sons, my wife, my mother, my dad, my dog, my brother, my mom, my grandma. We used to say like this: if I want to have one tree, I got to plant 100 trees so that I can have one. I will give the example of avocado. When he wants to have a son, how many seeds does he put? 1,000. And from that 1,000, how many is going to get a tree? Maybe 1, 2, 3. So abundance is a strategy that life uses in his dynamics to create life. That's a natural dynamics of life. Do you remember I told you 1 second ago, a little time ago, that nature has a strategy of abundance to plant, and when one avocado wants a sun to grow, he gets thousands of suns. So that one can be successful. Here in this line, I planted avocado seed 20 inches. So this is all avocado babies that I planted in 2017. So we're gonna walk the line, the canteiro, and we're gonna see the effects of abundance. If I have it planted only one avocado, might be this one. He was going to be like this. And I wouldn't have any comparison to do, and he would be my best avocado. But since I planted 50 to 100 avocados in this line, they are very next one to other, we're gonna see at the successfully ones, all by seed. None was planted from the nursery, all by seed. This one, my brother, I cut the head of him last year, not because we are a bad person. That's not why we prune the trees. I prune my avocado because if I don't prune him, he will get much taller, higher, and I won't get the fruit. It's impossible to get the fruit very higher, and the fruits poof, went to the floor and they crack and I lose the fruit.
You cut that at about 2.5 meters just out of...
It's because I try to get a space from 1 meter to one head to another.
So above the coffee.
Above the coffee 1 meter.
Yeah.
You know, so that I can have this space. But I can also cut the head of the coffee if I think the coffee is very tall. This is the same line of the beginning. And now again another successfully avocado, beautiful. This one over here, not pruned. Look how he's sick. Look how his leaf is not so, how do you say, gorgeous, not so beautiful. And now you look the leaf of the one that has been pruned. He has a much more clear green. He's making much more photosynthesis. He's evaporating much more. And there is one thing we in agroforestry school, we call it the hormone of growing.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Growth hormone. Is it gibberellin?
Gibberellin.
Yeah.
And he lets that in the air and contagiate everyone around.
It's airborne.
Airborne.
Wow.
Yes, it's air.
So it's not just in the soil, it's
Not
in the air.
just in the soil, by the air also. And he does that for me for free. He doesn't ask me money for that.
He just asks you to prune him.
To prune and to hug him sometimes, give him a little bit of love, and he gives me love too. And it's a relationship of great friendship, you know. 8 months later, all the heads are regenerated. And when we do that, we got plants that have healthy leaves, more photosynthesis, more metabolisms.
Mm.
And the ones that wasn't pruned, they are not so healthy as the one that's been pruned. And there are some people that buy bacteria and fungus. But I ask you, will them survive if I put them in a place they don't have condition? I don't think it's smart for you to buy bacteria and fungus and put in a place where they don't have condition. So we think it's smarter to create the condition. So they will come. They are very intelligent. You know, fungus, they talk with bacteria. When a fungus is here and he's searching for a wood, he talks, hey people, where's wood? The ant. Oh, fungus, there's a wood over there. The dudes were pruning the trees over there and making videos and talking another language. Go there, you find some wood, and the fungus. Oh, but I can walk. Oh man, get a ride on the worm. It's just like that. Hey worm, give that fungus a ride, man. I am not making this up. This is Ana Maria Primavesi Histories. It's an agronomer from Brazil that researches the living soil. The soil is living. Soil is not dead. Soil is an organism, intelligent, organized by little cells that are the insects and the fungus and the bacteria, like us, man. In our stomach, we have a lot of bacteria, man. We got a lot. We are composed by bacteria. So this happened to the soil also. He is a living organism. We gotta feed him. We gotta take care of him. We can accept the plant how they are. We accept that banana gives us sweet fruit and she gives us shadow and she's good. We can accept that eucalyptus grows fast, gets stronger and is hurry, and we accept that. But sometimes we have difficulty on accepting human beings as they are. What an insane thing is that, man? We are so much lost from the laws of life and from the reality that we doesn't even know how to live with biodiversity. When you have a person that has a home, he has his house. If he see an insect in his house and he want to kill the other life, man, what is that, brother? Snakes, no enemy. Spiders, no enemy. Cockroaches, no enemy. We have no enemy in nature, man. We are our enemy, human being. You got a profound purpose that is getting better the place. I told you already, every living being get the place better. So we got to do that. We got to improve, get better. The ambience, not for only us human beings, but that birds can come, all type of life can come live with us, you know? Because we only humans, only humans, we have no fun. It's no fun, only us. The fun is the biodiversity, the other life. And I was talking to Byron. We only came after all the other types of lives. So it's very ungrateful for us to do this with the brothers that prepared the house for us. No. And a great mistake, because we won't live without them. How are we gonna live in the planet without the biodiversity? Without the ones that clean the water, that clean the air, that give us wood so we can cook, that give us the material to make clothes? How, man? That is dumb, you know? Very dumb. We cannot be dumb people. We got to start being smart people. I'm not so that smart. I'm learning. I have a lot to learn yet.
How do we valorize coming back to the land, agroforestry? Because you're right, farming has this perception.
We can do that also using money. Ernest, our teacher, he says, you gotta pick your enemy and put him to work for you. So we use the capitalism to do that. We go to the people that are farmers like you, Byron, and your family, when we're gonna tell them, hey brother, if you take care of nature, if you plant more trees, if you have more biodiversity, if you have the hummingbird in your house, your product will be more value. So the capitalist will, I'm gonna do that. And once we asked Ernest, how are we gonna convince people to do agroforestry? And he looked at us and he said, me? I'm not gonna convince anyone, my brother. The ones who want to work with us, they got to be already convinced. We no lose time convincing people. Let's do our work and show people our work, and our work will convince the people. People convince themselves, you know? Just do our work, take care of our house, wash our dishes, wash our clothes, talk to our neighbors, do our little sales, taking care of our family, mothers or fathers or grandmothers or sons or daughters or cousins or nephews. By the practice, we get the knowledge. I used to say that one person that plant bananas like us, that have 500, when he sees one that is sick, it's very clear. You see it, you know it, that he's sick. For a person that never planted banana, not so easy. But when you got living with the culture, you get the feeling of the culture. Don't know if I express myself so good.
Perfect.
Yes. So let's go to the pruning time.
Yes.
As eu vou deixar aqui no canto, tá, Jurazinho? Caramba! I tell them that this is like a chainsaw. no gasoline, no no silence. Thank you, my brother, very much. This is for us the evolution of our life. I am agriculture. I'm not a professional pruner, and I'm not doing pruning service for other persons. I am in my house. I do this from more than 10 years, and we're not gonna hurt those plants, okay? We're gonna make the most possible right cuts for they don't suffer, all right? And I consider that as the same of pruning my beard. A beard? And she won't suffer, she will feel happy. What not to do? It's an opening door to disease and to not wanted interactions. But when I do this, she will regenerate, grow better. When you cut your hand or your leg, your body has a strategy of closing that.
Yeah.
The plant also has. And that's, my brother, it's being a friend of nature. We will become liked by the planet. He will like us. This eucalypto, he likes us. We are his friend, help him, and he's helping us. The group situation. If I have 5 individuals here, 5 plant persons that are eating from the same plate, they don't need that, you know? I can put one that will do the function of the 5 and will be happier. He will do better that function. Oh, Gabriel, but who is you to judge the life and decide who is the better? I don't decide that. They did, and they show me. I only execute. Oh no, I don't have to decide nothing, man. Nature decides for me. When you plant density, your plants choose the successfully ones and show it to you so that you can go there and choose. We have a saying in Brazil that if you have one, you have none. If you have 2, you might have 1. We only do what is obvious. If I am doubt, no do. I do what is obvious. I am 100% or 19% sure that this is the intervention I've got to do, I do. Oh, I don't know this intervention is gonna be good. No do. No do. The soil is the hungriest thing I have ever seen. You give him food, he still wants food. And for us who work with process, it's very clear that the cycling of the nutrients is very fast. I put here 20 inches of material, organic material. With 1 month, there's nothing. It's being decomposed by the fungus and the bacteria. Here in Brazil we have a fauna and flora, I don't know how do you say that is diversity, well diversity. Let me show right here. Even now that we are without rain, this it fulfilled with the fungus spores, with the micro life. Do you see that here there is a living being, I don't know, an insect eating this wood, and they do this service very well, and it's very fast that this wood turn into soil. And this is the avocado. This is the wood for that avocado that I pruned in April, in January, I don't know what's the time. And now, even without rain, his process of metabolism of bacteria and fungus and microbiology of soil with the insects cycling the nutrients. Those nutrients that the avocado picked up far away from the subsoil, he put it up in the wood, and I now put it back, cycling the nutrients. Yes, my brother. If you choose a profession only thinking about money, you will get sick, because money doesn't buy health nor happiness. It doesn't buy. If you choose profession by your internal pleasure, by your satisfaction, by fulfilling a function, by doing what you love, that's not working, that is playing, that is growing, that is liberty, you know. The best thing you do in your life is good agroforestry. And the second thing best you do in your life is a bad agroforest. You know? If I come here to plant again, I already have the biomass, I already have the material organic, I already have the trees, I already have the the situation of the system get it better.
Because it's an accumulation system just waiting to be reset, and then you can go in and add more, whether it's more plant material, more seeds, more inputs.
Exactly.
But it's a better stage to start at than from grass or from nothing.
And for me, like occupation, the area, it was a desert. There is nothing. For me, it was like a system for occupation of the area that now I'm going to accumulate the next stage. The first stage, it's occupation. Good morning, people. Good morning, my brothers. We now 7 a.m. here in Planaltina, Distrito Federal, Brasília. We're gonna make some work here today that we put in some chicken shit. I don't know if that's the word. Some food for our plants. And here in this place we have clearly the situation of plants that are starving. If we take a look at that banana, she is an individual that is kind of okay. This other banana over here, she shows us that she's more starving. She didn't get to be a strong individual. So we're gonna get her some food, and we're gonna put the chicken shit on the line of the plants. Then we're gonna prune the eucalyptus. We try to do more than one function. So I'm not only going to put the chicken shit, I'm going to try to do my best here in this area to make her a beautiful area, a healthy area. So it's very important that every time we're gonna make an intervention, we try to Approvetar, maximize our extras, and not only for the plants, for ourselves too. If we see any garbage, if we see anything that we can make this area better. In agroforestry, banana is a mother that take care of the other plants, raise the other plants, helps a lot in the system, and she's a joker. The joker is a characteristic that he can do a lot of functions. Banana has a lot of functions. You can harvest banana to eat, you can put her to raise another plant, you can eliminate her when you don't want it, let him when you want it, you know. She's very versatile. That's the word, versatile. Very good banana. For me, it's not only about selling food, it's about getting a better place to live. I'm gonna get some noodle, how do you call it?
Like a straw.
Straw.
Yep.
Mas o mais baixo que tu conseguir tá ótimo, sacou? must learn about mechanics, he must learn about hydraulics, he must learn about politicals, he must learn about plants, he must learn about building, he must learn about everything. Why? Because he lives in a place that no one will do that for him. He gotta handle himself.
Yeah.
So he gotta have lots of knowledge. You do understand?
I do.
And that's not a bad thing, you know. Oh, poor agriculture, he has so much problems and he has to solve them all alone. But my brother, if he solved them, he's a strong dude. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah? Much more problem to solve, much more strong, much more creative, more intelligent.
Yeah. No problems to solve. Weak mind, weak person.
No problems to solve, no reason to live. You know? What you gonna do? You have nothing to do. You can make anything. You can do anything. It's just like the, how do you say, the Alcatraz prison? That's a prison.
Yeah.
Even the planet, you have nothing to do. That's a prison, my brother. And that's no good.